All right. I had a terrible day today. I tried to. There's a running joke amongst traders and other people who follow the market that stocks only go up, and it's because despite all this horrific economic news, stocks are at all-time highs. Companies aren't really making earnings to justify these prices, but stocks only go up. And today was a day where stocks looked like they really, really wanted to go up, but I kept trying to short them, kept trying to force it. So my first trade here was on SRNE, and my watch list was SRNE, PENN, Cisco, and American Airlines. And I tried to make everything a short today, and it did not work out for me. So SRNE, I don't know what I was thinking here, because I trade a lot of triangles, and this is a really, really nice ascending triangle right there. So this is screaming long. On top of that, look, I took it short above the 200 moving average, and after on the 5-minute chart, it had already bounced off the 50 and started reversing. So this is just a bad trade all around. I mean, you have this really long wick off of this level, which is the start of the ascending triangle, and then you don't really have volume to support my position at all. This is not saying go short, nor is the chart, nor is the pattern. So it was just not really sure what I was thinking there. It was just a terrible decision. I followed that up with a trade on American Airlines, very similarly poor decision. Again, I took it short, and you can see it did come up, it came back down. But what am I doing taking it short? This is VWAP, the 200 MA and the 100 MA, all on the 1-minute chart, all right there. I mean, this is screaming buy, 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 buy. And then if you look on the 5-minute chart, I mean, it did have a big wick down here for sure, so it did throw a hammer on the 5-minute, but you're above the 50 MA and near VWAP. So this is also, I mean, it ended up being a really nice ABCD pattern here. B, C, I mean, 50 MA created, basically where I went short, created a perfect wall of support for the C point. And then, I mean, D is like way up here. So again, just not sure what I was thinking here. To take it short into that much support is not my style, and it shouldn't be anyone's style. That's a terrible trade. PENN similar. PENN had pretty rapid price movement. And I think, on the day, some of these end up going to be good shorts, but I was not reading the charts well today. PENN, I also forced it. It did have a long wick here. We had two dojis, long wicks, bearish volume. So I know what I saw, but it was just moving too much for me to take an entry here. This is kind of no man's land. I mean, I took it at 52, and I tried to say, well, if it doesn't hold at 52, I'll get out. I was hoping, we'd get to the 200 MA on the 1, the 50 MA on the 5, and then hopefully break through those towards the $50 mark. And it might happen, but not in the time frame of this trade. And I got stopped out for a pretty decent loss. And PENN bounces around pretty crazy. I mean, you can kind of see the price action right now. It can move pretty quick on you. So long term, I was right, but just a bad trade here. Don't take entries in no man's land. My only good trade, which was, again, I lost money on this trade, but it is a good trade. And see, it was the right call long term, but not within the time frame of my trade. Was I took Cisco short, and Cisco's on SSR. So getting a perfect entry was a little trickier, and it does kind of make the volume a little harder to read sometimes. But I took it short right here, and I like my entry near VWAP, right at the $43 mark. At VWAP would have been a better one, but with SSR, I'm okay with this entry. The volume shows, you did have bearish volume here on a consolidation, but then the bullish volume in the candlestick that I took it on the 5-minute is as big. So to me, this is good volume saying it's a short. It kind of hung around here for a while, and I did get stopped out when 43 didn't hold, and it ended up going up to 43.25. So I wouldn't have been able to hold through that no matter what. So it was a good stop out, but at least this is a trade where I actually like my entry, but it didn't go in my favor, which is okay. It's going to happen. So that was my day. 4 trades, all 4 losses. It's been a long time since I've not had a winning trade in a day, and hopefully I can end on a good note on Friday and keep, I'm still pretty green on the week, but hopefully I can end Friday good and, end this week with a nice little profits in my pocket.